This message is for the super busy single people, men and women. I just have a question for you. If you are working 60, 70, 80 hours a week, barely get enough sleep, and are barely home, why in the world would you want a serious relationship with anybody? What time are you going to have to commit to that person? It just doesn't make sense to me. See, good relationships require time. It's not a microwave situation where, oop, I see what I want. Oop, let's get married. Oop, perfect life. It doesn't work that way. It takes time to build a meaningful relationship. It's bad enough we have a society of people that don't even want to do that. But you have to be realistic of what you're coming to the table with. If you barely have time to even get a decent night's sleep, why in the world are you even trying to look for a serious relationship with anyone? What you should do is just, date periodically until you feel you have the time to commit to that person. Because that's not fair. You'll have a person that has strong feelings for you, and then all of a sudden they're being neglected. That's not right. And you get an attitude with them because they get an attitude with you. You know in the beginning you couldn't give that kind of time to that person. How in the world are you going to be married if you can't even get together more than once a month? I'm talking about serious relationships here. I'm not talking about casual dating or anything like that. I'm talking about serious relationships. You haven't given more than 5 or 10 minutes time out of a whole month to this person. But they're supposed to be your girlfriend. They're supposed to be your boyfriend. And a lot of them will usually just step out of the circle, so to speak, and go ahead and pick up something with someone else that has extra time. From a woman's perspective, if you might be able to afford a whole bunch of things, but if you can't afford to pay attention, you out of here, dude. You're out of here. Because paying attention goes way above whether or not you can pay my bills, whether or not you can pay for my lifestyle. Paying attention supersedes all that. I'm talking about women. I'm not talking about females that want to be kept. I'm not talking about spoiled little girls. I'm talking about women who have a sense of self and who are seriously looking for a relationship with that particular person. I can safely say that a lot of women feel the same way as I do. So please don't do that. Please don't waste somebody else's time. I believe that a lot of you are doing that because you don't want anybody else to have them, but you're not sure whether or not you can even commit to them. So you figure you'll go ahead and so-called take them off the market. Well, newsflash, until there's a ring on their finger, they're on the market, honey. Until their last name is changed, you got a certificate of marriage, they are still single. Oh, I know y'all don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. They're involved in a relationship with you and you're their boo and their honey and everything because they choose to. But technically, on paper, they are still single until you go to the courthouse, go to the preacher, go to the rabbi, whatever the case is, get a license, say those vows, and make it otherwise. Until then, that person is single. I'm not saying that to scare anybody. I just want you to be realistic as to what you're dealing with. If you don't have time to commit to someone, don't try to say that you're involved in a serious relationship. Just casually date until you know you have the time to put in. Because it's going to fail if you do that. Just saying.